listen, man, I fell in love with comedy and fitness, not fitness. The menu went out the window. I always walked. I didn't have a car in Hollywood. Ask Josh Wolf. I would walk from his house to the comedy store, back to Ralphie's, back. I was one of those idiots. At night, if I didn't have a car, I used to walk home from the comedy store. Oh. Tuesday nights, you had to walk in between that and that place, the sushi place. That's a half a mile, just to see if you were going to do, if there was 4 people to do a show. Because they wouldn't pick up the phone at the comedy store.
Of course not.
So you had to walk back and forth. There's, payphones were around 98. But I just started putting on weight, and there was the sleep apnea portion of it, and me just, it's that menu. If you do comedy 6 nights a week and you eat the food at the comedy clubs,
you can't.
And it's all fried, but you're starving. Mm-hmm. You're starving, and you don't have a lot of money, so you feel, it's fish. Well, I'm healthy, but it's fried fish from a fucking river behind the comedy club.
God forbid, dude, what about New York? I've never lived anywhere that had food like New York.
Oh, no.
LA was great and had great Mexican food, great sushi.
But you walk in New York.
Yeah, then thank God. I would be 800 pounds.
Yeah, if you walk in New York. That's in between New York and LA. If you want to walk in New York, if you want it, you got it. You can walk everywhere. To Brooklyn. You can walk to Brooklyn. If you want it, you got it. So that alleviates that one hot dog you may have on a 300 calories, you walked for an hour and then you got on a train, plus you sweat, plus there's so much things going on. So yeah, but it's just, I let the food dominated me. I love food, but I got to catch myself like anybody else. At one point, and you don't know what it is. It could be when you're 32. I lived with George when I was 32. I was in great shape. Bro, when I was with George in 93, I had no money. I would have to walk from Cliffside Park from 5. Listen to me. On Bergen Boulevard all the way down to 68th Street and walk down a hill because the gym was on Tunley Avenue. But it was for free. They didn't charge me to work out. From there, I'd walk back to Hashways and deliver sandwiches for 2 hours. And then after that, you walked. If I had to walk home and there was nobody around, I had to walk to Cliffside because I'd rather keep that $1 for later. I might need that $1 to go to the city. You know what I'm saying? When you're looking at dollars like that.
Yeah.
So walking became second.
It'll save you.
When I drive it now, I'm like, I can't believe I used to walk this. When I drive up 76th Street Hill on a Monday, I go, I cannot believe we would walk down this hill to get beer. And then the crazy thing, walk back up the hill with 3 cases of beer and a bag of ice and a bottle of Jack. Who does that? But it was a different generation, and people fucking walked.
Yeah.
And people walk now. What am I saying? I'm sounding like an idiot here. Certain places you live at, you're going to be forced to walk.
But even in the city, like we were saying yesterday, Pedro, I don't know if you've seen it, but like the city's kind of dead in the winter. In the winter and like early spring when it's cold, the last couple of days in the city, there's been people are out because they fucking stay in when it's 20 degrees. Because that's what will get you. Like is trying to when like I'll open up to it. Like now I'll go to shows at all night. There'd be sometimes if it's snowing and it's 8 degrees, I'm like, I'm not going on open.
No, listen, I can't get mad at you for that. Some people react better to the winter. If you're in 2 nights and it's 10 degrees, eventually Wednesday you're gonna go, I'm going out.
Yeah.
Just gotta put some fucking muffins on and shit. But we're talking about health and walking. That's at one point you just change your lifestyle around. See, I used to walk, but I'll tell you what happened to me as I got older. You ain't gonna believe this shit. Out of all the cocaine and all the paranoia, all those years walking in Harlem, George will tell you with a Walkman, now I can't walk with my ears covered. Don't trust it. I know somebody's going to sneak up behind me. I don't trust the cars no more. And I walk opposite. Even when I ride my bike in California, you think I ride on the bike lane? Yeah, but on the opposite way. I want to see you coming in. I don't want you behind me.
No.
I never want you behind me. So that, listen, health is whatever the fuck you want it to be. George hasn't lifted a weight in his life. He smokes Marlboro Reds.
I think there is definitely a lot
George
of luck.
doesn't give a fuck about anything. He'll eat fruit when he's in the mood, you know. But it's not like George's going to tell you, I had 4 grams of fruit and 6 grams of tuna. No. You know, so.
George told me, because we've been driving, we spent a lot of time together recently because we drive down here. George has like routines that I didn't, even as a fat guy, I never had. He's like, I have my nightly chocolate cake. He goes and
don't get me started on the fucking faggy tea he has at night.
Yeah,
and you call him, he's like, I'm just getting ready with a cup of tea. And I can actually see him spinning the thing around, and it's George. It gets caught and shit. You know, he can't unfigure it out. George is a different planet. And listen, this shit with the tickets is the only thing that'll blast him out of the house. George does not leave the house unless 3/4 of a pack of cigarettes down and 6 or 7 coffees. 4 coffees, you know, that's George. But that's what makes George George. George loves that shit. He gets up in the morning. He doesn't even piss. He just rolls over and lights a cigarette right there in the bed. He rubs his feet and he just smokes a cigarette. And he'll find no reason to get up. George, the car's coming to get you at 8 o'clock. Yeah. And he'll just light up another cigarette, meditate. And then at 3 to 8, he'll pop out of that bed and everything. He's like Superman. The hair's fucked up. You know, it's some people could do that shit. But everything's going to catch up with you guys. No matter what you do, it's going to catch up with you. I'm not a fucking smart guy. But I know that ever since I turned 50, I got a little concerned. And then when I had that lunatic upstairs, I got a little bit more concerned. Because you don't want your kid finding you in the kitchen the way I found my mother on the floor.
Right.
Okay, that you can't bring that back. So you start thinking, you know, like I can't eat late at night.
It's the best time to eat.
That's when my mom died. 3 in the morning, making fucking steak and eggs or some shit. Who does that? Who comes home at 3 in the morning and decides to, but she did that all the time. Like my mom didn't come home and make a sandwich. She cooked like if you guys were coming over. Ain't nobody coming over. 4 in the morning. Who's coming over? Why are you? And she's back there fucking banging potato. What are you doing? 4 in the morning. That was her world. I don't know.
And
that's when people die. And when you eat and go right to bed and you're old. Like you die unless you do a line of coke to move shit around and you're up till 8 in the fucking morning.
Does it move shit around?
Yeah. But when I was a kid, people would do a line of coke at the table. Not white kids. My family, my parents, my stepdad. They would do coffee before coffee and that guava. They do a little bump, just a taste, just to move shit around in your stomach. And you hear your stomach start going quack, quack, quack. And then you get up, you go shit, and you come back and it's round 2.
Of what, Coke or coffee?
No, of food.
Oh, okay.
Coffee, guava with shells, this, you know. It's fucking crazy.
Can you imagine what your daughter and her friends would do if someone did Coke at the table with them?
They couldn't. Listen. I went somewhere the other day, and people get into this argument that I was getting into with people. George, can I get a water when you get a minute? I was getting into this argument with people 6 years ago. When I moved here, I did not understand the concept of kids. But George, we went out every day, you know, and I can't, parents, it's not parents' fault. It's where society shifted. Thank you, Pedro. It's where society shifted. So you don't see kids at night walking around, but they do other goofy things.
The fucked up thing is it works. Someone did it this weekend with Jessime, and they're very nice. But I see it work, which is like frustrating.
I'd rather you go, listen, you're a great 3-point shooter, but we're down by 4. I need for you to get in there, score a fucking basket, and get fouled. For sure, because that's a high percentage shot.
Right.
The 3, yeah, you're 4 for 5. But you're also at, you know, whatever it is, 42%.
Yeah.
The highest shot is what? The layup or the dunk is 100%.
So
like
yeah,
98% for the layup. You know, you take, how many layups can you miss if you take 100 of them?
Oh, 20? 80% is pretty good.
You're a professional.
All right.
So, the same thing. You're going for high percentage shit now.
Right.
Instead of low percentage shit. Same fucking thing.
But then I don't know if you ran into this. I've done some shows where I'm like, and no disrespect to some people, but there are some shows that are just bad. Like the comics are just bad. You're like, I shouldn't be doing these shows anymore.
You have to do them. You got to do it at this level right now. You got to do the good.
Oh, I thought it dragged me down a little bit sometimes.
Listen, it drives you down if you... Listen, the only lineup that would drive you down is those hobbyist comics. They probably live in Brooklyn. And they got like 2 friends and they all come out. Let's go support Jane. And they come out and they clap real loud for Jane. And Jane gets off and some Chinese kid gives her a dozen flowers. Yeah, we don't do that. We're stand-ups.
Jews do it. There's a lot of Jewish shows in New York.
I believe it.
It's kind of
there should be everything. Cuban shows, Puerto Rican shows, but that's a start also.
Yeah.
You don't want to get caught in that snag either.
No.
That's a spot for you. Oh, you want to put me in a Jewish show? Great. That's when you take that Jew joke and try it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or whatever the fucking spare rib joke, whatever the fuck you want to do.
I appreciate it, dude. Because it's, I don't know. Because we talk amongst ourselves, but from this podcast and from the people that I know, I'm like, a lot of these people have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. So it's nice to like get to talk to someone who actually clearly knows at least something.
You're also not talking to somebody who it was given to.
Right.
You're talking to somebody who's honestly telling you guys that in 2000, I didn't get a fucking comedy agent, let's be honest, till 2011.
Really?
Yeah, I never had a comedy agent.
That's right before I met you. Okay.
Yeah, I had theatrical agents and people who ran my commercials, but there was nobody I really talked to about stand-up.
And you were just booking yourself?
Booking myself, making up numbers as they went along, like making believe I knew what I was doing.
Did you ever I've had a bunch of people tell me that my wife should just be calling people and just be my, just give her a fake email address.
She could start up her own management company. It's just me and you.
Yeah.
You have to call for me, but me being on the roster,
right?
They'll listen to her.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah.
And they'll go, oh, well, how about Joey Diaz? You know what?
He's booked.
Joey's on an international tour right now of all the Martian spaces. But when he gets back, I'll talk to him about your club. Just give Lisa 3 weeks. Okay, because you got leverage.
Right, yeah.
I'm going to call with 4 stiffs. I got no leverage. I got one more stiff. Let's try this stiff.
I didn't even think about it. Everyone's just been telling me to do it just for me. I didn't think that you had to have a whole roster of people.
My friend's wife did that.
All right.
And I got to LA. And she would help me out from time to time. And he's the one that taught me that he would call agents and go, George, what are you doing tonight? Oh, I'm staying in with my child. That's great. My client, Lisa Ayat's having a showcase. And when I tell you, everybody's going to be there. John Lennon's coming out of the grave, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, every actor. He would just start talking shit. And then when they didn't show, he'd call them the next day and go, you missed it last night. My client got a triple standing ovation. Fucking women. Lindsay Lohan had an orgy there.
And just
whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
I started posting and I realized you just can't post. You have to sell it.
Right.
I just realized that because I haven't posted like that in 5 years. It's not posting. It's what's going to happen when you're there.
Yeah.
Some people sell a comedy show is going to be funny. That's great. I'm selling you a comedy show, chicks with big tits. There's going to be a tranny there showing you a pussy. We're having everything there. You know what I'm saying? And either people hate you or they sign up for those tickets.
Did you ever have anyone get mad at you? Be like, hey, you told me that they were going to do heroin tonight. Or, yeah?
Yeah, what happened to Lindsay Lohan in Brea? Lindsay Lohan was coming every other Wednesday. Lindsay Lohan never even been to the city of Brea.
Amazing. Yeah, no, she has
every other week telling people lies. I didn't give a fuck. You're doing whatever you can to get people through the fucking door. Who gives a fuck what you tell them? I won a contest that I should have never won, but nobody else sold Valiums, and nobody else invited their clients to the comedy show. You know what I'm saying? You sell Coke, you're gonna. Where do I get the Coke? 8 o'clock, Brooklyn Comedy Club. Yeah, but why am I going to a comedy? Trust me, it's the best Coke you've ever had. Then they get there and you make them pay $25. What the fuck am I paying $20? Listen, tremendous Martians, the whole thing. And you make them wait till after the show till you give them a line of Coke. Now they got to sit there and pay for 2 drinks and laugh. And then you get off. That was great. But man, what happened? You going to give me back that $50? Yeah. They'll take a gram tomorrow. I'm getting a shipment directly from Noriega. It's going to be, your name is on it. It's got pineapples on it. It's going to be sweet. You're selling them the big fucking picture.
Right. That's smart because Dude, especially if you live in a big city,
it's not just a fucking comedy show.
Yeah.
It's the difference between me and you. No big difference. We put our pants on, and I've been doing comedy longer. But if you go out and start saying, listen, there's going to be free joints at the door, chicks are going to suck your dick, there's going to be one or two white guys that read that and go, I haven't got laid in 6 months. Maybe I'll go to that. And then they go there and it's all guys. They're like, but you got them for the fucking night. You know what I'm saying? Because guys will believe that type of shit.
Yeah.
We're giving out Spanish Fly. Bring your grandmother. Watch her scratch her fucking pussy.
Give the grandma Spanish Fly. Was it hard for you at all when you would see people like that you started with or like around your level, like
way ahead of me?
Yeah. Okay.
It bothered me till about 2002. And then I realized we all have a different journey. If we're all going to get to the top, we're just going to all have different ways. Some guy might rush to the top, and now he's got to keep it up there for 20 years. We established the name slow and on the way up. We're not looking for the crown or to be the king. We just want to be close up there, like an underboss, so we keep getting work over the years.
Yeah.
So at every point in your career, it's always, no matter, listen, man, when you do something like us, stand-up, acting, an artist, you paint, all that shit, it's hell on the stress. It's got to be, unless you get confident and go, I could keep making money drawing pictures. You could draw a picture, you could take a bucket of red and throw it, and a bucket of green and throw it. I can throw the same bucket, the same green. Mine will get $1 million. Why?
Yeah.
8 white people. What does it tell you? That's it. You need 3 of those idiots to show up. I see death. I don't give me a check. You will see other things later.
Let me see your fucking money.
We just, dog, this is all we are. Well, this is all luck. And then after you get lucky that you see there's a little bit of luck, you put the effort into it. Like when I booked the Adam Sandler, when I booked Spider-Man 2, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm on to something. No matter what. I wasn't on to something. I was 11 years away from doing something stand-up wise. But I'm on to something. This ain't like a fucking movie with a premiere at a restaurant. And everybody says the movie's great. These are real premieres. These are real fucking people. These are real fucking people here. This isn't like some fake thing that you did. I saw one. There's a series coming out and the guy's doing like a premiere of 3 episodes. What are you killing me for? I wouldn't even go to those fucking things.
Leave me alone.
But it's time, man. It's time, confidence, and the people around you to keep letting you know that. But if you hang out with desperate people, then you're going to be desperate.
I feel desperate, and I don't like it.
We all are. We're fucking comedy whores. At the end of the week, we're a whore. So no difference. Now, how do you want to be a whore? What kind of whore do you want to be? Do you want Arabs coming in your asshole, or do you want to fucking suck a dick in the $2 million home?
That second one.
Okay, then. You decide what type of whore you are. If you want to take shots to the face behind a strip club for the small 20, that's good too. I got a whore that's living in a mansion, eating assholes up there in class with silk slippers on and a bottle of Listerine right in the bathroom so she could wash out her mouth. You go behind a strip club, that chick's gonna suck a dick then lick your asshole with the same tongue. Oh. There's no toothbrush. There's no fucking, there's no flossing. There's nothing, It's one asshole to another. So you tell me what hooker you want to be.
Up there, the $2 million house, one asshole.
That's it. You're licking your husband's 400-pound balls and licking his asshole, but it's just the power of one. Think about sucking 10 dudes with my asshole, which odors that they'll never even recreate again. So you tell me what type of whore you want to be. If you want to be a smart whore, you ever go to a strip club and there's strippers with the tattoos and they're hot. They don't know. They're building it. They got kidney function problems and fucking, what's the hepatitis B? They got everything from that dirty dick they're sucking because guys, who's going to give you $10? A dirty motherfucker.
Oh,
if you go into a bar thinking a chick's going to suck your dick for $10, you're a dirty motherfucker. Because that means they'll throw an old lady at you. And you'll take that dick sucking. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just imagining you actually throwing an old lady at somebody.
Yeah. So it's what you want to do. good man said that to me once. You can suck dick in the back of a Ford, or you can suck dick in a mansion. It's up to you.
That's really inspirational.
Very inspirational.
Oh my God.
Right? So you see like a hot chick, like, yeah, I'm hot. You're blowing guys in the garage. Like Ari Mahdi has that joke about guys with big dicks. They fuck you on a mattress that's got skeins on it, and they got a retarded roommate. Ari's like, I got a little dick. When you wake up, there's breakfast made for you. He goes, guys with big dicks, they got no plans for the next day. Little dick motherfuckers, they'll take you to the museum. They'll do this, so you got to decide. That's my favorite fucking bit I've heard in a year.
Oh, I haven't heard that one. That's
Ari Mahdi's fucking bit about that. And it's the truth. You're a whore. We're a whore. How do you want to be am I going to be the guy that's going to call the dojo and go, hey, how much are you paying Pedro? I'll take $50 less.
Jesus.
You're a miserable
whore. Yeah.
You're just waiting around for fucking dregs, But if you're a real comic or a real actor or a real artist, you know that you're a bad motherfucker. You just want to take time.
That's true. And not to be silly, but, you'd make more money from one of like the $2 million whore, but you wait for a while versus getting the dicks that are readily available.
That's it.
Okay.
You see him go to a strip club. Any strip club, there's always that hot chick. I've been here for 4 years. Yeah, I'm getting paid. You get nothing. You make $800 a week. That fucking chubby chick in Texas getting $700,000 to fuck her. What's her name? The big one, the horse.
Oh, the horse.
Yeah, the horse. You ever see that body? She's a fucking stallion, that girl.
Oh.
She wants $300,000 just to fuck her. The other chick that fucked Diddy, he paid her $300,000. Or you can wait for some guy. Yeah, man, I'll give you $1,000. They waited. Those black chicks held out for the big dick and the big payoff.
The horse.
Yeah, the horse, whatever her name is. I love that.
I like it better.
I love all that shit. Hold on 1 sec. We're going to take a breather. No, I'm not going to take a breather. I got to get something.
Okay. Talk. There's a lot of them out there. The horse. She got cheated on. I can't imagine cheating on Megan. And she's so hot. I think we'll just pause this. Oh.
That shit will kill you more. Look what they're saying now. Cocaine is better than doing sugar. If you do coke, you're in better hands than if you do sugar.
Where did you see that?
It's all over the place. It's at my drug dealer's house. No,
dude, I feel like Instagram does that. They'll put stuff up there like,
bro, the whole world is
no one looks
crazy.
Any wife with a chubby fat dude is
Instagram,
really happy.
For the last 30 days, a hot chick hits me up every day to want to follow me. And I keep looking. Why? I don't know if they're hookers. It doesn't even say hook or go to this page or LinkedIn or fucking,
I think they're usually bots. But maybe, who knows? What do you mean?
I got a Puerto Rican chick on there every day. She just throws a dress on and gives her measurements, and she wants somebody to put it in her ass. But
that might be real then.
She spells it backwards, and you're like, you know what? I don't need this at 7:30 in the fucking morning. I can't handle that shit no more. Some chick shaking up and down. But, yeah, you can't read nothing on there. You either got to read a book, or you don't even know anymore where to get accurate fucking news.
Oh, my God.
And that's what sucks right now. So you just got to, I usually just go to whatever, Yahoo.
You're still on Yahoo. You're really loyal.
And then I fucking
You're the last guy who goes to yahoo.com every morning.
Then you go to that thing that it gives you the AI explanation to it.
Okay.
And that's how I know if you bullshit me or not.
Are people hitting you up for like AI stuff? Like for you to film yourself so you can be in movies without being in them, anything like that?
I get hit up for so many crazy things that you guys would never, ever even imagine.
Okay.
Like if I talk about something on the podcast, that's how I know if it hits. Like for 3 weeks, I got peptide information, which I got to talk to you guys about later. Like people would hit me up for peptide questions. Hey man, I don't live in Jersey. I can't go to Underground Nutrition. Is there any place else you could recommend? The place I was using went out of business.
Right. Oh, fuck.
Because their GLP-1 was off or something like that. So now when you go on Instagram, every third ad is Samoilin, this, that. Everybody can't have 100% pure.
No.
So half of these things, you send the fucking $50 and they send you like powder and you mix it. You don't know what you're shooting. So you gotta be very careful.
You ever buy anything from Instagram? I would have been shocked if you said yes. I've gotten tricked a couple times.
The only thing I bought from Instagram is a knee brace.
And it worked? That was the one they sent you, right?
Yeah. And now I'm like family with them.
Yeah.
I bought a knee brace from them, and they took care of me as Joey Diaz. They did not know I was joking. So I went back to them. I go, thank you. They sent the knee brace. It wasn't right. Then they sent 2 more.
Nice.
And they told me to keep that one. Most people tell you, ship it back or whatever.
Fuck that.
When you lose weight, see if they're really nice guys. But I see 22 ads for
knee braces.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And not all of them could be fucking fantastic.
No.
Everybody's lab tested, everybody's everything, but I don't see the paperwork. I want to see the shit. Don't tell me about how it's lab tested and this and that. Oh, let me see the report on the car. It's in the office. I don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it over here. I don't need it in the office. You're trying to sell a car.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't find it. We send it to the insurance company. Where's the mannequin? Where's the mechanic's fucking report here? You know what I'm saying?
Where's the Carfax?
Where's the Carfax? So it's always something.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't even want to get involved. Like, the reason I was going to talk to them today, but I don't have all the info on me, is because a girl, I've known her since I met her. I go to her dad's gym.
Mm-hmm.
I'm real tight with her dad, and she cuts hair, so she used to cut my hair. The other sister has a Pilates studio, and the other sister's like a lawyer. But it's like a really fitness, like the father does 80 laps before he leaves the house in the morning. On the pool, he eats 30 eggs a day.
Damn.
He has 10 different type of eggs. So he knows what type of egg he wants to eat that day. Protein is big with them. So she started a peptide company. I took her out to dinner about 8 weeks ago. We were just talking. I said, I haven't spoken to you. And we met on a Tuesday night, and we fucking talked about peptides and stuff. And she goes, I have an idea. And she put together, but she told me it took her 16 months of research.
Okay.
Because she didn't want nobody getting sick or anything like that. So the company she went in, she bought part of it to check all this stuff. So she's part of the organization. And I just called her the other day. I go, I need NAD. I don't know where to get NAD. Good NAD. And she goes, I got it for you, Joey. And
What's NAD?
NAD is NAD for for older guys. It's cellular maintenance shit.
Okay.
For cells. Don't ask me.
No, because I'm just like, dude, I've never cared. It's not that I haven't cared about my health, but honestly, not really. I don't want to die, but like, I've never enjoyed working out. I've never enjoyed doing anything. And like the last year, like I've started to like, I feel like when you get to like 40s, when like people start to be like, okay, maybe I should start looking into this a little bit. I should have done it earlier, but I don't know. I feel like you're going to become their manager.
I would love to. I just don't know where to take them. I'm a star. Like, I don't know, even a comic. I know what to tell you to say on stage. I know how to, start getting you booked, but I don't know how to get you into a room.
Right.
That does me no good. Why would I sign you if I can't get you into a room? I got to get you into a room, a couple rooms.
Right.
CBS, HBO here in New York. I can't get you into a room. So
I bet you could.
Why would I lie to you?
Everyone else is. It's fucking crazy.
But I would love to take a comedy management and get like 4 guys.
Oh, to be a comedy manager. Oh, dude.
Yeah, 4 people.
I was thinking about this
2
weekend.
MCs, a feature, and a headliner.
How do you even? I got introduced to one, and I'm not even saying I'm ready for it yet. But like, do managers and agents just start approaching you? Am I supposed to submit to people? I don't even know what that even is. Like,
it's a fucked up situation that I can't even start to explain to you because, okay, I get to LA, nobody comedic-wise wanted to sign me. So I'm like, all right, how do I get a theatrical agent? People took meetings with me. They called me in. But then it's like, where's your reel? Well, I can't get a reel until I get an agent. Well, if you have a reel, you can't get an agent. So right there, most people give up.
right.
And then you have to think outside the box and maybe do student films until you get a reel. There's so many different things. They usually approach you.
Okay.
They come, they watch a show, and they go, hey, I'm with this. I'd like to talk to you about maybe managing you, becoming your agent. You go home, check them out. You have to slow down a little bit. this guy could just be a fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's the problem you have at this level. You're meeting guys with a T-shirt. Fucking like some guy came up to me and he's like, "This is my manager." And all of a sudden we're talking. I go, "I'm not going to see you this week, but I'll see you next week." He goes, "Why? Where you going?" "I'm going to the Nashville Comedy Festival." The manager goes, What's the name of the festival? Like he didn't even know there was a Nashville Comedy Festival.
No.
I got to sit there and go,
"You're not for me."
He's got to go. He's selling you a bill of lading. That's the same bill of lading I could sell you, but I can't. I could get you into like the 3 clubs in the city. I can't get you into the Comedy Cellar. Shit like that I could do. Maybe get you with like they don't even have those no more, like a group of string of gigs that you could do and always tell them, I'm going to give you solid guys. I'm not going to waste your time. No balloon acts, none of that shit. Straight up stand-up comics. I could do all that shit. I could sit with you and maybe. That's the other thing. I can't tell you if you suck. And I can't look anybody in the face and say your material sucks.
Why? Well, I mean, I don't think you'd sign
somebody tell you your material sucks. Not a good fucking feeling.
Yeah, but I mean,
if somebody comes to me and says right now, "Hey, Joe, you fucked me in the ass. You're not good in bed." Thank God. That's not my primary focus in life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not like I have, "Let me fuck you in the ass at your party." You know, call me for groups of 8 and smaller, you know. If somebody says you were bad, but when this is what we do.
Right.
Like people like George told me I sucked. And my friends I grew up in North Bergen go like, "You got to quit, man. This is not good." You know? But I can't tell somebody. I don't know what their threshold is. When you get into this shit, your threshold has to be tough. And you have to know what's coming. In the back of your mind, the first 2 years I was doing comedy, I'm like, somebody's going to throw a tomato at me. Eventually, one show's going to probably put a hook. You know when they fucking hook you around the waist and you're like, hold on. You know, bomb, all that shit. You have to expect that. So when you come to me and go, "I bombed the other night and they were mean to," this ain't for you.
Yeah.
Your threshold is not, you know this shit. With stand-up in the beginning, when I was living with George in 93, I bombed every night. I bombed every night. It's open mic with 5 people that don't want to laugh, even if you're funny. And then, you know, a bar show once in a while. You want to quit every fucking night, but you wake up the next day and go, "You know what? I'm going to do this again." Then you do a contest and you come in 29th out of 25. You know, what do you tell that guy? What do you want me to tell him?
Well, there's a difference between like 2-3 years in and like 8 to 10. Like that's like.
Well, the 2 to 3 years is the most sensitive time.
Yeah, but you don't need a manager at that point.
I don't want to bump into you one day at a restaurant. I'm like, "Lee, how's the comedy doing?" I quit ever since you told me my material sucked.
Yeah.
You follow where this is going, guys? It's not, you can't tell somebody they suck. I could just call you, go to your house, force you to read, give you the Judy Carter workbook, give you the Jean Perret workbooks, and even that's outdated.
Right.
That's not fair. That's outdated.
It's outdated, but I don't.
But exercises are exercises.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could go to a fancy gym and they could do a bench press 150 ways, but we all know the flat bench press is the best to build size. A flat bench, you and 2 55-pound weights or 45 and a bar to start out with.
Right. But that's what I think I need in comics at my level need. Because like you just, after like, you know, 6-7 years of open mics and you're, you know, maybe you're starting to host a couple places or someone's bringing you out. You're doing sets and then, but you're like, how do I turn this? How do I stop doing my day job? Yeah. How do I not make this my day? How do I make this my day job?
Be patient and you'll know when to make the move, you know, and you try to tell people that, you know. I could go to George tomorrow and go, "Listen, my family has a lot of money. I want to learn how to frame. How long till I can frame?" That's up to you. How long you absorb this, you know, that's up to you. How much work you want to put into it. When I got into comedy, dog, I was getting on stage every other week and not getting results. And then you go, well, I get on stage. Then you see somebody else that gets on stage 8 times and you go, "Oh, shit, that's the way you're supposed to do it."
Yep.
Oh, oh, I thought it was one spot a week and fucking, and then the other thing kicks in, so you think, I don't know, bro, there's so many questions that people ask me at that level because I don't know how I got through it. I know that I was in LA and by 99 and a half, after 2.5 years, I realized that I was good enough for the store, but I didn't have what it took to get picked up by a comedy agent.
Dude, that's crazy. You got into the store 2.5 years into stand-up?
97, 99 and a half, I already figured out.
Right.
Let's be honest.
Right. But even just imagine that now. Imagine a 2.5 year comic being like, I'm good enough for, like, they would laugh you out of the state of California if a 2.5 year comic was like, I'm good enough for the store now.
No.
No, but I'm sure you were. I'm not saying you weren't, but it's like, it's great.
But no, I was doing comedy 6-7 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 98, 97. Started in 91.
So eventually I quit that job because I was like, I got to get out of the sales world, which I'd been in since I was 22, 21, really. I had been in sales. And then I left it when I was like 28. I just on and off, just mortgages and then copiers. I've always been in sales. And then the only job, I saw guys like on a tour bus and they were just yelling at tourists on a bus that was going through Times Square. And I was like, well, that guy can't have a boss. There can't be any background check to do that job. These tour guides in New York, they were lunatics, these people, One woman, I swear to God, would just go on and talk about a knee operation. And the people in there were trying to learn about the Empire State Building. She would say, she'd go, I've had 9 operations on the same foot. But people would tip her at the end. It was like, she was an animal, but people felt bad for her. So they fill the tip cup up at the end. So I was like, oh, these people are also in their own way con artists, degenerates, marginalized figures from society. Some of them thought they were historians. Some of them, they were all full of shit. These guys, they barely knew anything. I was just like, I'll go up there and my whole goal was like, I'll make everybody laugh. So I would, pass a building and be like, what the fuck's going on in there? I'm like, I was like,
What were you making doing that?
$15 an hour. 15 an hour, but checks. So that's bad. So 40-hour work weeks, I never left with a check over $350. Okay. But cash tips every day of either no money when I was lazy and didn't want to give the tour and a Russian woman punched me in the stomach once. Because we were sitting on the thing. It was, first of all the Russians are poor. They come in January, February. They have no fucking money. They're poor. They come the coldest time of the year. And you'd have to do a tour for one Russian couple. And the thing with Russians is they have beautiful blue eyes like huskies, but they have no souls. So when you see, because they have 100 years of atheism, so they have no soul. So there's not, so when you look in their face, you see there's nothing there. So I just sat on the bus, and this Russian woman said to me, she goes, you give tour, you fat fuck. I said, listen to the automated tour. I said, I'm not doing it today. You're the only people on the bus. She goes, I pay money, you give tour. You give tour. And I said, no, because I could put it on the automated when I was being lazy. And the automated would be like, and the automated was supposed to be hooked up with a GPS, but it was never where it should be. So we'd be by Central Park and they'd be like, you are seeing the 9/11 memorial. And everybody would look out like, where's 9/11? They had no idea because the GPS. These companies don't care because these buses, there's no repeat business.
Right.
You just, you bang them. Bill Burr has a great thing where he talks about the guys who sell tickets to these buses. They're all Africans and Haitians, and they all have deep machete scars in their faces. They make $8 or $9 grand a month, and they send that all back to Africa. I think Burr, I haven't heard of it, but Burr, somebody told me that Burr either talks about it on a podcast or does a bit about it, but they're aggressive salesmen. They'll fight each other in the street, and then once the tickets are sold, it's over. You're not going to complain about this. What, are you going to go find the office and complain about what I said or did? Who gives a shit? So if I was feeling lazy, but if I was really killing it, I could walk off the bus with $200 in cash. If I was really killing it, like pizza here, cheesecake here, here's the best steaks, here's the great sandwich, here's the best blocks to walk. You want to see mansions? I could kill it if I wanted to. And then a Russian woman, she had it. So she got up and her boyfriend, this was hilarious. Her boyfriend, because I guess she hit him too. He wasn't even like present. It's the thing with certain Russian people. Like, he just sat there frozen like he was dead. And she got up and she goes, "You give Tor," and just socked me in the stomach. Hard. You know, it's kind of demoralizing. So I had to pick up the fucking microphone now and be like, "All right, this is the Dakota where John Lennon lived, you fucking cunt," you know? And then I gave the tour for the rest of the...
What a great job, because you were doing stand-up.
Yeah, I was doing stand-up on a bus.
You're basically doing fucking
I'm doing stand-up comedy on a bus all day, saying whatever the hell I want, getting some complaints, but my boss didn't care because he doesn't give a shit.
How many tours a day?
2 to 3 tours a day. It was brutal. So in the heat, it was brutal because it's a metal bus and everybody gets up there and everybody's pouring sweat and people are, because New York's not a pleasant city to visit. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's the greatest city in the world, but it's not a relaxing vacation. So you're dealing with people that are like, they're all stressed out because they got a Broadway show they got to get to. They get this, they get that. They want to see the Statue of Liberty. They want to go up in a helicopter. They want to do 9 things. All these fat people from Ohio, they want to see Central Park, but they don't want to walk through it. So they're like, what do we do? I can't walk through. So, you know, so they won't go into the subway. They think everybody's going to stab you with an AIDS needle. And I'm like, the subway is safer than up here right now, you know? Go down there. It's safer than, you know. And you deal with all those people. I would just make them laugh every day and then do spots at night. So that was the job. And then once I started getting a little bit going, I did the Montreal Comedy Festival 2016. I took the bus out. I sold tickets and did it for the New York Comedy Festival, and people bought tickets, and I just did like a crazy tour in New York and just basically said this was my fucking life. And then fans of like my podcast and shit got to sit on the bus and see what I used to do. And it was hilarious, you know, because I would talk about like human trafficking and drugs and, you know, my roommates and, you know, everybody on Broadway. They go, "Oh, it must be amazing to be on Broadway." I said, these people are all one broken ankle away from living on the street. Then you see a college, like a high school theater group would come and their faces would go down. I said, they don't make any money. I said, I know the woman in Phantom of the Opera. She drinks soup out of a cup and stares at the rain in the food emporium. I said, every day she wants to put a gun in her mouth. I said, so let me tell you. I said, and if she falls and sprains her ankle, she's going to be living in the street, and she's going to have to go to the suburbs and fuck her way into the middle class, and then she's going to have to work at your school, which I thought was funny. But one of the kids started crying. But I'm like, this is what it is. This is what life is, and that was like my tour, and that wasn't for everybody.
You know, I learned a big lesson last year. I had to go to New York and spend 18 days to shoot a movie. And I didn't, you know, I grew up on 88th Street.
Right.
That was fucking 40, 50 years
long
ago,
time
guys.
ago.
You know, I left New York in 83. That was a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
You know, in my mind, I wish it was still the same New York.
Right.
So I don't know where to stay.
Right.
They told me you're going to be picked up on 36th and 3rd every day. You got to meet there. So I figured, let me get a hotel close to that. I don't want to stay in Jersey. I have to come over the ferry.
Right.
You know, and I made a mistake. I stayed at a hotel where all that shit goes down.
Yeah.
The fucking black guy with the axe selling.
Yeah.
Bus
Where did you? Do you remember where you stayed?
I'd rather not say.
Okay. I think I almost
gave me a rate. They were nice people, but I had to leave.
Yeah.
Like I had to leave.
Yeah.
That area. And I would work out of Dangerfields. And I remember saying that New York, before you go to New York, you have to take a tourism class.
Yeah.
Like, you have to go somewhere, like, before you go to New York.
Yeah, you got to do a little.
You got to do something.
Yeah.
Like, and I can't even, like, even Chicago's too big for you.
Right.
Let's start somewhere small and work yourself up.
Yeah.
Because you cannot be a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I saw a lot, like, I made the mistake and stayed. I was there for 3 weeks. The first hotel was a cool hotel, but a bit too cool for Uncle Joey.
Right. Yeah, I hate those hotels.
A bit too cool.
I hate them.
People drinking upstairs.
Right.
No room service. The breakfast was English. You know.
Yeah.
If I want lamb chops for breakfast, I'll let you know. I want 2 fucking eggs with fucking. So I had to walk
it's a little
around
too
the
hip.
corner. It was too hip. The only thing that
the room's cold.
the room was cool. The first night I had to fucking. I couldn't find anywhere to eat. New York City, walked 5 blocks. Finally, I found the diner, and they had a cool little Greek diner.
Yeah.
Great. Second week, I stayed in the Heart right by the garden. That was the biggest mistake.
Yeah.
Of all time.
That's a problem over there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Getting in and out of there was a nightmare. I remember nights. The hotel had 10 elevators.
Yeah.
That's how many people were staying in there. Every time you got in the elevators, you thought you were in Las Vegas. People coughing. Forget about now with the coronavirus. Virus. Forget about it.
Well, New York gets 50 million tourists every year. Think of that. It's crazy. 50 to 60 million every year that come in. And they come in primarily from July through December. So it's sandwiched into, and then January, February, you get a little break. January, February, March, you get a little break.
Cold as fuck.
Yeah, but then once April, May starts, they start ramping up again. And then once you get to July, forget it. I mean, and I worked in Times Square, and I remember what it felt like to get up every morning and then have to go into Times Square and be standing with a cup of coffee on, 50th and 7th with a tour bus, 2 tour buses, and a line of people with tickets. All these people, and I never check tickets. They used to get mad at me. They used to go, you got to check these people's tickets. I go, I don't give a fuck. They could be showing me anything. They want to ride the bus, they're going to ride the bus. I'm saying nobody wants to do this. Nobody's getting on these for free. I had to explain this to the people who own the company. I go, nobody wants to do this shit except these idiots. Trust me. So none of my friends are getting on. Nobody's getting the better of me. They all have fucking ticket. And he's like, well, some of them abuse the ticket and ride for an extra day. It's like, buddy, who gives a fuck? So I never checked anybody's tickets, but you would have to get them in the bus. They were hot. It was disgusting. There was no bathroom on the bus. People would come up to you, Arab guys would come up to you, always try to make deals. They go, you want to pull over? I get cafe for you. I get cafe for my wife. I get cafe for me. I go, we can't. We're on a tour bus. We can't pull over for you to get coffee for your wife. Like, this is crazy, But it was just that area of New York is like, I liked it, and now I go back to it and I go, I'm in it for a few minutes. I go, okay, I get it. But there was something about it that gave you energy if you didn't have it. Like, if you needed energy, it was a drug. It was a straight shot of adrenaline every single day, main line. And I'd do 2 or 3 mics and then eventually shows every night. And I was like awake and I could do it. And I was like, I'm sucking all the energy out of the city, because that's the center of energy in the city.